Today was a good day. No cramps, no cramps last night. I did take a scoop of magnesium to make sure that I wouldn't wake up. I still woke up though, but other than that, I saw an article yesterday. We were talking about video games and how it didn't affect us and everything. Well, now they have games for grannies. Now, they're saying grannies and they say adults 50 and older. I'm like, come on. Really? 50? 50 is not a granny? Come on. Anyways, it says 50 and over can now comprise almost of 1/3 of US gamers in per data from the Entertainment Software Association. So in other words, well, that makes sense. I mean, if we were younger, we were playing games, and as we got older, we're still playing games. So a third of the population. But they say, it actually helps your brain. It helps your cognitive skill set. So there you go. But just don't call me a granny because I don't think we're there yet. Yesterday, I ran out of time. Didn't do my ads. So I did my abs today. Perfect. No cramping. A little tight. I mean, I got there. I'm starting to get my feet up there, so that's a good sign. It's progress. First day I did it, I couldn't do it. I saw a YouTube video of, and I don't know how to say this, Bayesian cable curls. Bayesian, maybe it's Bayesian. Bayesian cable curl. So instead of doing it like we were doing with the cables and just bringing it up, this guy said to try it up as an upward angle because it's pulling your arm back and your biceps are fully stretched. It worked. I could feel it. When you're doing it down below, you're feeling it right here in the peak, but I felt it up here. So alternate those. I mean, that's a great tip. What is happening? I will tell you that I had a conversation with a recruiter, and the role that I applied for was an AI enablement program manager with a learning and development background. And I asked her, I said, because I mean, there's a lot of learning and development folks out there. And I said, was it hard to find people to fulfill this role to interview? And she said yes. So we go back, what, 2 months? 2 months ago, I enrolled myself in the fellowship program, and it cost money. And I was a gamble. It was a gamble. And I thought, well, if this is the wave of the future and this is where everything's going, I need to get skilled up. So years ago, probably 10 plus years ago, I did the same thing with instructional design. I went and paid money for a boot camp to skill myself up through the Associates of Talent Development, or I guess is it ATD now? ATD. And that paid off. So it like opened the door. So you always get these little gambles in life, and you're like, what is my inner voice saying? Should I do this? Is it something that would benefit in the long term? I mean, it's definitely a bet. You're gambling, but I think you look at the tea leaves, see if it's something that will propel you. Product management type of certification. I mean, I did my PMP thinking that would propel me. I mean, it hasn't really launched me, but I think it's good to have on a resume. And you know how to do projects, which I was doing before I got certified. So, these frameworks, it's interesting to me that you have all these frameworks in life, and yet when you look at some of the most successful people in life, they didn't follow any of them. What does that tell you? So you got to take everything with a grain of salt. It's like, is it going to work? Is it not going to work? I don't know. But family, I don't know if I said this in another vlog. I've been trying to vlog every day, and sometimes I get behind, and sometimes I'll say things and I don't forget, or I do forget. Like I forget that I don't forget. My daughter and I went through the Karate Kid original series, and forgive me if I'm repeating myself because I know I've talked about it, but I don't know if I published it. And so we watched the remake with Jackie Chan and Jaden Smith. And then I thought, well, hey, let's go and watch the original, which was, I think it was like 1985 is when it was made. And very similar. And we saw Mr. Miyagi and we saw Daniel. And It was so funny. My daughter, we were watching it and we paused, like we do. And I think we went to get a snack and stuff. And she says to me, "Ah, karate." And I started laughing and laughing. I mean, so if anyone knows, well, go look up Sung Smooth. You'll probably find this is, I did a parody of Asians because I'm Asian and the things that we've run into. And it just cracked me up. And so I think as she gets older, we might be going down that path again. I thought it was just hilarious. Today is our affirmation. I'm keeping this short because last couple of times I think I just rambled. Today's affirmation: to be useful, not used. I think that solidifies what us fathers and gentlemen who don't have kids that are older are trying to get back in shape. Think about how we can be useful and now how we stay away from being used, manipulated, coerced. So let that just sink in. Think about it, dwell on it, because I think there's a lot of times where I've been used by people in my life, and especially women that you date. And you learn quick. Once you've been burned a couple of times, you start picking it up and you're like, okay. And then you start, if you're single, then you just don't advertise anything. You just be yourself and then see what happens. Because and you start to learn that if you flaunt it, women will be drawn to that particular piece of you and not who you are internally. There you go. So have a great workout. Keep going. This is day 2, week 2, pushing forward. I'm sore. I can feel my body. So I'm not so sore that I can't walk or move, but I can feel it anytime I exercise. And I did stretch before I worked out today. My calves are super sore. Drives me nuts. But I still can walk pretty normal. So I'll see you next time. Oh, and hey, this is one of those shirts that I was telling you about. I got like 6 of these because I would just wear these to the gym. This is what I wear to the gym. And then, during the summer months, and then it's just flat. It's not tight. It's not form fitting. And it was just something just to keep me focused because it's not about what you look like. It's about how you feel. Later.